season ago. So new faces on the floor. This is going to be fun.
First serve goes to the Cardinals, and we're underway inside the KFC Yum Center. And the first attack from the middle just off for Pitt. Good dig from libero Emmy Klicka. And the Panthers get the first point. Rachel Fairbanks with the kill.
It's Fairbanks actually pushing it outside to Olivia Babcock.
Right.
There was the assist there for Rachel Fairbanks and Babcock. We talked about her coming in. That incredible freshman will swing from the right side for the majority of the match, but in serve receive, she is very capable from the left side as well.
Now with 190 kills on the season for the 6'5 freshman. Louisville trying to answer back, and that attack goes out from Pigran Khan.
Otherwise known as PK to many of her fans. We'll see her in the middle opposite Kara Cressy. They split that role a season ago playing opposite of Maya Tillman, but the spotlight is solely on those two this year.
Here's a serve from the redshirt senior Valeria Vasquez Gomez. There's a set by Ellie Glock, the attack blocked. The Beer will try a second time, and she is denied on the far side. How about Babcock getting the job done defensively as well, Missy?
And she pairs there with number 9 in yellow, Emma Monks. We talked about the fact that Anna DeBeer is from Louisville. Well, guess what? So is Emma Monks, making her return home as a Panther and leading these Panthers to the number 1 blocking team in the nation. So be on the lookout for this Pitt block.
DeBeer gets it over the blockers, but good save by Monks. Babcock swings, stopped up front. Free ball for the Panthers. They're set up on the near side, and that was Tori Stafford, the other freshman, getting the kill for the Panthers.
There they are, the dynamic duo. We've told you a lot about Olivia Babcock, but playing in just as big a role, maybe bigger, is Tori Stafford, because she plays in 6 rotations as well, but is also very key for them in serve receive. She carries a heavy load.
Stafford and Babcock, the 1-2 punch as freshmen, a 4-0 start here for Pitt. Here's a setup from the middle, and it's blocked. The defensive blocking already in front for the Panthers, led by head coach Dan Fisher. And a timeout is called by Louisville. 5-0 start for Pitt. More to come after the break on ESPNU. Louisville, a 5-0 start for Pitt in set 1. Vasquez Gomez serving again for Pitt. And that's going to be a service error. And Louisville finally on the board, missing.
Pitt, 5 points in, had already 2 kills and 2 stuff blocks. Finally an error there, and they give one away.
And for Pitt, they lead the nation in blocks per set, and also second in the NCAA in opposing hit percentage. And on the attack, point Pitt, and it's going to be Tori Stafford again.
Nice setting choice there by Rachel Fairbanks. The speed to the outside creates a one-on-one opportunity, and of course that's not possible without good passing. So all around, well executed by the Panthers.
Already the freshman for Pitt, and Stafford and Babcock unfazed by the crowd here in the KFC Yum Center. Louisville having some trouble, a miss hit from Calm. What's going on here for Louisville in the open, Missy?
Well, we talked about how would Pitt's youth respond. You know, there's a lot of new faces, as we mentioned, for Louisville as well. Ellie Glock in the setting position and PK in the middle. Those are 2 of the new faces that we're going to see for the Cardinals. This is a big stage for them as well.
Another serve from libero Klicka. On the attack, Charity Looper. No, great dig. Babcock. That is out. Point Cardinals.
Not the finish Pitt was looking for, obviously, on the swing, but I like the transition from defense to offense, and that was a point of emphasis by Coach Fisher this week. We've got to be committed to effort on defense and turning that defense into offense in terms of their transition game.
On the far side, Babcock denied. Still in play by Klicka. Bump set to Stafford. Off the hands. From the middle. Violation, point Cardinals.
With the rotation, Kara Cressy now into the match for Louisville on the front row, wearing 13 there on your screen. She does a really nice job of being in the air. Quick transition, making herself available.
Redshirt sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, served by Elena Scott. Stafford still in play. Great save by Vasquez Gomez. From the near side, and Louisville starting to find some momentum in set one. Get a look at Cardinals head coach Danny Busboom-Kelly in her 7th season. It seems like every year Louisville has took it to the next level.
Yes, you better believe it. They have not just taken it to the level, they have skyrocketed to the next level under Coach Busboom-Kelly.
Oh, great save by Looper. Here's Babcock on the swing. Stopped in front. And Stafford, no, nice pancake by Ellie Glock, but they're going to say point Panthers there.
The crowd's so loud, Danny, that it was hard to hear if there was a whistle or not. And that is good news. That is what we were hoping for. This place is filling in rather nicely.
This is the 3rd time this season that the Cardinals have played inside the KFC Yum Center, and each time they set record crowds earlier this season. But Pitt, an 8-4 start, jump serve from Babcock. And sit down by Stafford, the dynamic duo of freshmen leading the way, but they're turning around as point Cardinals.
And sadly, it's going to be a net violation against Tori Stafford. That one was just waiting on her, and she took a big rip at it. Loved the aggressive play. But unfortunately, not only do they not get the point, but that will take Olivia Babcock off the service line, and you saw what a nice jump serve she has.
The serve from Iko Jones. Babcock running in from the attack line, dug out by Scott. And it's the Beer who gets it through, but Stafford sends it over for a free ball. Looper gets it through the blockers.
And now we get a chance to see another new face on the floor for Looper. You may recognize her. She is the transfer from UCLA. Has pretty much taken the position that we saw Claire Chaussee in a season ago. And much like Chaussee, just a dynamic athlete.
Low reception. Stafford. Great save by the Beer. Looper, far side tip. And a good misdirection play by Rachel Fairbanks. Fairbanks can attack as well. Not only a setter, but a right side hitter too.
And that was really more out of necessity. The ball just passed too tight. And what Rachel does a nice job of there is going up and high pointing it, pushing it into the center of the court before the block can really get established.
Fairbanks, a preseason ACC nominee. Here's Stafford on the serve. Looper. Great dig by Klicka. Running in. Babcock from the attack line off the tape. Great job by Cressy. Cressy again with the block. Babcock gets that one through from the attack line. Point Panthers. And for head coach Dan Fisher in his 11th season with the program, he wasn't really concerned with the freshmen in Stafford and Babcock in this high-level environment. They played in some games earlier this season where they had about 4,000 or 5,000 fans in attendance, and by then, that was the most they played in front of a crowd like that.
He feels like his freshmen are very mature in the way that they handle themselves, and boy, it looks that way early.
Louisville with the response. Now they're starting to find some momentum. What really changed the last few serves?
You know, I think Louisville has just settled in. I think sometimes being on your home court, there's almost more nerves. These fans are here to support you. I think they're feeling that excitement, and they've got to settle in just 1 point at a time. They did say that that loss to NC State, the one ACC loss that they've already suffered this season, has helped them to focus on one match at a time rather than looking ahead to a top 4 seed. They said we have to win now. We have to win what's in front of us. And I think that is also true for this match tonight. 1 point, one set at a time.
Babcock with another kill. Babcock and Stafford, the freshmen, both with 3 kills each. Here for the first time is Kat Flood on the serve. A 4-point lead for the Panthers in set 1. Near side, Cressy. Point Cardinals.
Really impressive swing here by Kara Cressy. Nice job going behind with a lot of speed. You see Emma Monk's not able to close there, but the set all the way to the antenna allows Cressy to use that line shot.
Cressy back to serve as well for the Cardinals. Running in, Vasquez Gomez. Point Pitt.
Vasquez Gomez has such a unique arm swing and that she loads low. And I think early in matches, it can take the block just a few swings to adjust to that arm swing.
Got to be good when you have a senior that can help out alongside the freshman. You have that unique mix of new players and veteran leaders. A service error from Fairbanks.
Rachel Fairbanks there, 10 for Pitt, is running a 5-1. And I point that out because this is a team who in the past has used a 6-2 and actually used Rachel Fairbanks, as you mentioned, as an attacker across the front row. And I talked to Coach Fisher about that decision. And it's not really necessarily based on the setting in their gym because they have multi-talented setters, but it has to do with the back row attack.
How about Anna Beer putting the Cardinals within 2? Took some time for the senior to get her first kill of the match, but now she's going to get rolling. From right here in Louisville, Kentucky, Ellie Glock, the redshirt sophomore on the serve. One of the new players this season, or the main starter in setting. From the middle, oh, nice dig in the back. The Beer blocked. Good save by Aiko Jones. Dug out by Babcock. Running in from the attack line, Stafford, point Panthers.
And there's the back row attack from Stafford, who has actually been playing in 6 rotations all season for Pittsburgh. Came into college 6 rotation ready, Coach Fisher said. Look at the dig here, though. In transition, that is exactly what Pitt was looking for. And then also, you see the dig from Charity Looper and her athleticism in the backcourt for Louisville.
On the near side, no luck there by Kong. From the middle, Emma Monks with the kill. And she's got to be feeling some type of way of being back in her hometown. Monks a champ versus Michigan State, but from right here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, this just has to feel like a dream come true. The opportunity to come back home and be featured in a top 10 matchup. By the way, she is 4th, not just in the ACC, in the entire nation in hitting efficiency right now at .455. So expect them to feed balls to Emma Monks.
From the middle, out. Point Panthers, Aiko Jones attack long. Going back to what you said about how Dan Fisher goes between a 5-1 and a 6-2, it all depends on how well Babcock and Stafford are hitting from the back row. So we saw that attack from Stafford early, and that's going to set the tone for how they run this 5-1 throughout the match.
Yeah, I think particularly they're going to use Tori Stafford in the 6 rotations for passing, but I think they stay in the 5-1 when they like the attack of Babcock out of the back row, which so far I think they like a whole lot.
Aiko Jones with the kill. From the middle.
Aiko, a graduate student on this Louisville team, brings so much experience. And, you know, you talk about the intangibles. In a moment, in a big stage, when your team goes down 0-5 to start the match, it's players like Aiko Jones that can settle the ship.
And that's the difference, as there's an ace from the Beer. The senior leaders and graduate students are willing the Cardinals back into this first set.
And this is going to be this could be a little traumatic for Pittsburgh if they think back to the national semifinal matchup, because there were 10 aces for Louisville in that matchup, and 5 of them belonged to Anna DeBeer.
Near side, Stafford off the hands. Great job by DeBeer. Looper stopped by Vasquez Gomez. Stafford a second time, denied up front, and the Cardinals within 2.
Poorly, Louisville has responded. They've raised their level. This is what we expected. This is what Pitt expected. We know this is going to be a battle from start to finish.
Service error out of the timeout, so that snaps the run from the Cardinals. Pitt entering this matchup, winning the last 9 matches, and also undefeated on the road. Served by Klicka. Near far side, Looper, and found the space in the back row. Louisville continuing to build up momentum.
And you see Louisville beginning to navigate the big Pitt block much better. You know, Charity Looper, not one of the biggest outsides you'll see, although she has one of the biggest jumps, does such a nice job of going high off the blocker's hands there.
Barrow Scott serving. Stafford, angle wasn't right. Looper got it through. 1-point set.
Wokolo tries to make the block movement to her right, but the ball is set so fast it causes her to drift off the net. And so the penetration isn't there at point of contact, and Looper's able to sneak one in.
Low reception by Stafford. Oh, missed attack, but they went over the beer. Can't get that one. Babcock. Point Pitt.
Timing felt just a little off there on the attack from Babcock, and you see immediately she and Rachel Fairbanks having a conversation.
It almost felt like Pitt without a system there a little bit.
Yeah, but such a mature response. They immediately discuss it, make adjustments, because if you don't discuss it, the setter makes an adjustment and the hitter makes an adjustment, and then you miss again. So you got to have that quick discussion and work those wrinkles out.
Service there from Babcock. Louisville back within one. Back and forth we go, and the energy is just rocking here inside the KFC Yum Center. Michael Jones a serve. From the far side, point Pitt. And Chiamaka Wokolo getting involved on the attack. Her first kill tonight.
We mentioned that Aiko Jones is a graduate student in her 6th year. That is also the case of Chiamaka Wokolo for Pittsburgh. So these are two long-timers to this rivalry. They understand the history. They understand what is at stake. And they both tend to rise to the occasion in this matchup.
Pitt still in control offensively, hitting at 281. Louisville had some troubles, but hitting at 154. Low reception by the Beer and Scott. Here's Looper on the attack. Point Cardinals.
This is really nice footwork adjustment by Charity Looper, because as Glock is moving toward the left side, it looks like there's nowhere for her to go with that ball, but she scoops it up inside the court, and then she moves out of the way, and Charity Looper comes and gets it. It was just really nice connection there in what looked to be an out-of-system situation.
Fairbanks sets up Babcock, too long, and we're tied at 18. Can the Cardinals take the lead here? No. Service error from Looper.
The tie brought the fans to their feet. They like what they're seeing here in set one in this quick response from the Cardinals, because sometimes it can take an entire set for a team to make that response when they get shell-shocked at the beginning of a set. But the maturity of Louisville on display after going down 5-0 to reset.
Received by Scott. Running up Cressy, no. Dug out in the back by Flood. Stafford, no. Tied again.
Pittsburgh felt that coming into this matchup in years past, Louisville had the edge when it came to back row attack. And Coach Fisher said that, maybe that won't be the case this year. Maybe we can match their back row attack. So I know they're confident and they like the swings they get from the back court, but I'm a little surprised with how heavy the back row offense is right now for Pitt. They're going to it quite often.
Going a lot between Babcock and Stafford, even Vasquez Gomez. And look at this, Brigitta Petrenko, the graduate transfer from Coastal Carolina, in the serve. Joust in the middle, and it's won by the Cardinals.
And Danny, it's a double sub. Not just Petrenko, but Reese Robbins, the freshman who's listed as a middle blocker, also subbed into the match to play on the right side, a huge block. So interesting, it's normally Pitt that we see in the 6-2, and yet now we see Louisville using some of that same strategy to get an advantage at the net.
And they found momentum, taking the lead for the first time tonight. Inside, Vasquez Gomez responds, and we're tied at 20.
Vasquez Gomez swinging angle to avoid that big block of Reese Robbins. And so we get our offensive-defensive sub. That was the defensive portion with Robbins across the front row. And now we'll go right back to Glock into the match in the front row setting.
But this is unique, knowing that Louisville doesn't really go to a 6-2 that much, but understanding that this is a big-time matchup, not afraid to make some switches here early. Block to set, the attack by Beer, and Louisville retakes the lead.
Anna DeBeer absolutely hammers it, and the Pitt block is there, but unable to rein in the power of Anna DeBeer.
Set up by Fairbanks. Babcock swings. Nice dig. Elena Scott. Looper from the attack line. No. Stopped by Stafford. Babcock. No. Bump set to the beer. Point Cardinals.
The fans did not like the set from Rachel Fairbanks. Thought it was a bad set out of her hands, but it won't matter. Point to Louisville anyway.
Dan Fisher will call his final timeout in the set for Pitt. What a turnaround throughout set one. Louisville 22-20 inside the KFC Yum Center. It took some time. Pitt took the first 5 points. But
just last season, actually, in 2022, that Louisville was third in the nation in blocking. However, this year they've dropped all the way down to 121st. So right now the block isn't there for Louisville, and that means you have to serve tough. And then they have to take a step defensively in terms of their backcourt defense. So keep an eye on that.
Pitt out of timeout. It's the points that are this late that will play a major factor. Babcock out. Things starting to break down for the Panthers here. Where these freshmen can really start to feel the effects of this crowd. Was able to come in and block out the noise to start this set, but now that Louisville has some momentum, it has become challenging.
Logan Mosley has checked in to pass for Pittsburgh.
Float serve. Vasquez Gomez still in play. Oh, great save. Vasquez Gomez, the tip, sent back over. And Babcock finding space on the far side. Point Pitt.
We said moments ago, could Louisville hang in there in terms of their backcourt defense? That would be key because they're not blocking as many balls. Well, Ellie Glock certainly doing her part with that huge dig down the line, but Olivia Babcock over there on the right side gets one through to finish it off for Pitt.
Oh, couldn't get over the tape, and it's set point Cardinals. Beer will serve. Back set to Babcock with his block. And Louisville come back and take set one. Cherry Looper getting the Cardinals fired up. 25-21. The Cardinals take set one. Set two coming up after the break on ESPNU.
Not the case here. These fans got on their feet and just started cheering on their Cardinals. That was an incredible comeback.
Set two begins. It is Kong on the attack. Stopped by Babcock up front. Vasquez Gomez swings, and Pitt takes the first point again. This is where you can rely on your senior leaders and Vasquez Gomez. Stafford and Babcock, the freshmen, they had Babcock with 5 kills, Stafford with 4. Those attacking errors late in the set provided a factor.
Yeah, both hitting under 100. So yes, the kills are there, but the consistency lacking right now.
Speaking of consistency lacking, another service error from the Panthers and the Cardinals on the board. See how Louisville can find some consistency early in the set and try to take a command. The beer off the tape. Saved by Stafford. Near side Vasquez Gomez, point Panthers.
What do you do when your back is against the wall? You lean into your leaders. A kill from the left, a kill from the right for Valeria Vasquez Gomez. Nice start to set two for her.
Vasquez Gomez, another preseason ACC nominee. She averaged 3 kills a set last season. This season, just 2 kills a set, but she has more weapons on her side. Oh, great save on that serve. And that will be a point for Louisville. Iko Jones found the spot in the back, and Dan Fisher's going to challenge for the Panthers.
Fisher immediately looking to his bench for confirmation. Coaches and players agreeing that they believe that ball was out of bounds, and we will get a challenge here.
That's what I love the most about the challenges. It's not a matter of fact the coach is going to go for it. It's that the players will egg on the coach like, yo, we got to challenge that.
Yeah.
And that's what Coach Fisher's done here.
Yeah, I've seen players get pretty adamant about it.
I like it. It's just more vocal for the players, and there's more trust from the coaches as well.
Let's take another look. Interesting, Pitt trying to get 3 blockers up against this Iko Jones attack that they obviously respect. And to me, it didn't look like Pitt was challenging a touch, although that will be reviewed.
The left finger of Olivia Babcock, left side of your screen.
I did think that the coaches on the bench had motioned more that they actually believe the ball landed out of bounds.
That angle looked like it's in. So seeing it from multiple angles, Missy, what do you think? Is the ball in or do you think it's out?
Yeah, I'm going to take another look from this angle. The end zone is typically hard to see if a ball is in or out on the end line. So typically the side angle is going to give you a better view. Depending on the angles available, the question is, will there be enough evidence to overturn it?
Oh.
See, I do think that ball is out. It looks like there is some red visible between the line and the ball. So I think this point could go Pitt's way.
It's amazing in a matchup like this, midway through conference play, that every review is crucial here.
Yeah, not only because it's a point, but realize in the new challenge review system, if you win your challenge, you retain that challenge card. In a matchup like this, having those cards in your pocket late in a set can become very, very important.
That's another reason why the players are so adamant to get the coach to make a challenge. The call will stand.
That one surprises me.
It's a point for the Cardinals, and Coach Fisher questioning the review there. And that's going to hurt down the road. Only one challenge left in this first 4 sets.
To me, that's not about a point this early in the set, but that's about the fact that that challenge card is gone.
Yeah, it's about momentum.
Yeah.
Now, if this matchup goes to a 5th set, each coach will regain both their challenge cards. Play resumes in set 2 from the middle, and Louisville may be using that review as momentum going forward in the set.
And as we mentioned earlier, a rare miss from Emma Monks, who is hitting for sky-high efficiency right now.
Fairbanks, near side off the tape for Babcock. Oh, what a save by the Cardinals. Sent back over from the middle. And Pitt able to get that one through. Emma Monks on the kill.
And there it is from Emma Monks. A miss behind. Rachel Fairbanks goes right back to her on the fast set in front. And that is one of the things that impresses me about our matchup between these two teams is the versatility of the middles. We're regularly seeing middles on both sides of the net who can hit behind and in front, all 4 of them. That is a rarity. It just speaks to the level of talent in this matchup.
That's going to be the X factor in this match going forward as well. From the middle and sent straight down from Kara Cressy.
And gee, did you just mention something about middles, Danny? I think you could be right. The key to using your middles, though, is serve receive. How about Elena Scott? Makes the movement to her left. Pitt actually does a nice job of serving the seam there. Doesn't serve it right on the platform of Elena Scott, and she still absolutely nails that pass.
From the middle, Wokolo. Still in play. Bump set by Glock. Free ball for the Panthers. Stafford. Point Pitt. So we were talking about the middle blockers, and Pitt on the first chance going to Wokolo to try to provide some attacking.
Yeah, and that first set to Wokolo I think was a little low, but a nice delivery on the second ball from Rachel Fairbanks all the way out to the pin that created a one-on-one opportunity there for Tori Stafford.
That's going to be an service error from Babcock, and even Babcock's confused there. She thought that was going to be an ace. And that's where the challenges come into play. Coach Fisher can't challenge that.
Yeah, he definitely can't. He can't afford to use his challenge card here. That's unfortunate.
So this is where the challenges really play a factor. Hooper on the serve, received by Vasquez Gomez. Stafford blocked. And Louisville.
And Danny, the difference is the pass was well off the net. It was not a perfect pass like we saw moments ago from Elena Scott of Louisville. It became a one-option situation. Louisville's block rightly releases to that side of the court, and they are waiting on the attack.
Hooper back to serve again. Off the tape and an ace. 3-0 run for the Cardinals.
And it feels like these fans have just pushed the Cardinals over the hump, and now they are rolling with all the momentum behind them.
And the attacking has changed from set 1 to set 2 as well for the Cardinals, hitting an even 500, just 2 kills in 4 attempts so far. Near side, Wokolo, point Panthers.
A good turn on the ball there by Wokolo, and a nice job by Rachel Fairbanks going ahead and forcing the middle on a not-so-perfect pass. I feel like in set 1, that's a ball that she would have been hanging up to the back row on that not-so-perfect pass, but I just think they got back row heavy.
Bump set to the beer. Point Cardinals. Anna the beer. Her 4th kill of the match.
And another elite swing by DeBeer, because on the regular, she's going to have two blockers waiting on her. You know, with the resume she brings to the table, they are well prepared to defend her, and she has to create kills off the block using her shots.
This is a chance for Louisville here to switch up their attackers going forward. They have 3 players with 4 kills apiece. Service error from Cressy. What's the biggest thing that stood out in set 2 for you, Missy?
You know, I think what we're starting to see as a separator is how we've talked about the offense, we've talked about the defense, but how well can these teams pass? Because they're both very capable from the serving line, and some of these 2 and 3 option passes are going to be the difference maker in the side-out game.
Free ball for the Panthers. Vasquez Gomez, the swing. But it's out, point Cardinals. Coach Fisher mentioned offensively that he wanted to maintain good center-to-hitter connection. Wants to be better out of system as well, so that goes into the attacking that Pitt wants to adjust here going forward.
And he said specifically out of system on the left side, which was what we just saw moments ago. They're trying to maintain that relationship to where they can still run a bit more of a high-powered offense and not look quite out of system. They try it there, but they get the error. An error,
service error.
Yeah, an error for Louisville, though, will give it right back.
The back and forth for start set 2. Louisville holding a 2-point edge. Served by Fairbanks. Oh, seemed like Louisville that assist from there. Free ball for the Panthers. And Vasquez Gomez able to answer for Pitt. What happened there for Louisville?
Wow, that was unfortunate because that was an absolute dime of a pass from Elena Scott. Right on top of the setter. She had 3 options. They tried running a little X play there in front. It was just miscommunication. No one there.
On the back to Kong. And that's going to be off the pin. Point Pitt. Ties it at 9.
That time Charity Looper with a really nice pass as well. So Louisville passers doing their job, keeping their team in system. A couple offensive errors here by the Cardinals.
It's not just Glock, and it's not just Petrenko. Other players stepping up, being able to set teammates. From the middle block. No, it goes up front between Babcock and Monks. Point Cardinals. Aiko Jones able to get that one through.
Big swing of Aiko Jones is hard to defend. She's well off the net there, and I think that actually works to her favor as the block is on its way down rather than at its highest point there.
Service error. Starting to see more of those from the Louisville side. Pitt had some mistakes early. They had 6.
Yeah, it feels like Louisville has really just given away their lead. Offensive errors, errors from the service line, and here we sit tied up at 10.
Block. Jones denied up front, and that's why it looked like Pitt leads the nation in block percent. Here's a couple of Panthers fans here.
This is the quick way to score points right here. Serve and block. And that is exactly what we get from Pitt. You see the nice footwork of Emma Monks to make that close, and then pushing the ball back in bounds is Tori Stafford.
5-1 run for the Panthers. Here's Looper, denied. Ball set by Scott. The Beer sends a free ball. Far side Stafford. And Pitt now starting to find some momentum.
There's some transition defense to offense. Emmy Klicka comes diving in, and Rachel Fairbanks, even though it looks like they're a little out of system, just shoots one to the outside. Not a high ball. They just go with speed to the left pin.
Momentum starting to shift throughout the second set. Bump set to Looper. Stopped by Vasquez Gomez in the back row. Babcock blocked, and Looper couldn't get the job done offensively, so she steps up defensively.
This is a really nice block by Charity Looper. It looked like it was nearly an open net for Babcock. No middle blocker to be found, and Charity Looper just dives into the seam at the last second and steals that kill.
Looper's third solo block of the season. Served by Scott. Fairbanks to Monks from the middle.
Nice find by Rachel Fairbanks. The pass takes her into left front, but she and Emma Monks, obviously great court communication. Emma just keeps coming, calling for that quick set behind, takes it right out of Fairbanks' hands.
I love watching those back sets from either team. It just catches the opposing team off guard.
It's like that no-look pass, isn't it?
From the middle, the answer back. We are seeing the middle blockers battle it out. Kara Cressy with the kill.
And the setter decisions are like a chess game. You know, we see the middle quick from Pitt, and what does Louisville do? Comes right back with one of their own.
See a Pitt goes from the middle here. Jump serve from Aiko Jones. And Wokolo from the middle, right on cue. Point Panthers.
If the pass is there, good luck defending the middles on either side of the net. Elite play out in the middle so far.
And this is good for the Panthers because it takes the pressure off your freshmen in Stafford and Babcock. You can go to your leaders in the middle to provide a spark, and then when the time is right, you get your outside freshmen involved again. What a serve from Babcock, but a service error, point Cardinals.
That big jump serve, you're going to take some errors with it. It's high risk, but it's also high reward when she gets on a roll.
Well, it worked out for the most part this season. She entered this game with 19 aces.
Pretty good.
Stafford and gets back involved for the Panthers. They lead by 2. Stafford with her. It seems like Dan Fisher and crew starting to figure things out throughout this second set, Missy.
Yeah, our numbers are starting to neutralize a little after some ups and downs. We've now got Pittsburgh hitting 224 to Louisville's 234. But interestingly, Pittsburgh came into the night as the #1 blocking team in the nation, and right now Louisville's out blocking them 4-3.
And Hannah the Beer getting a kill, putting the Cardinals within 1.
Gonna get our defensive sub again, Danny, as here comes the big block up front, Reese Robbins, along with Petrenko in the back row. She will serve and act as setter for this half rotation.
Well, I'm going to say, keep an eye out for Petrenko on the setup here. It was this change that helped Louisville late in set one. Vasquez Gomez is blocked. And how about Reese Robbins? As soon as she comes in, she makes an impact.
That's exactly why they made the substitution. A nice serve by Petrinko that creates a one-option situation. And Reese Robbins, the big block up there, that's our defensive sub. And it turns into a point.
Ties things up at 15 all. From the attack line, Babcock. Oh, nice dig. From the middle, Kong, no. Babcock, far side, too strong. She says there's a touch, but it's point Louisville, and they take the lead.
Aiden Bartlett out of left back. Phenomenal dig. This is what it looks like when you challenge your team to make a step defensively. Can we grow defensively? Well, Aiden Bartlett, if she has anything to say about it, they definitely can.
There are a couple players on this Louisville roster that are pretty much impact and momentum players that can come in and provide a spark for this team. Near side, Fairbanks, and they made some changes. Pitt did setting. Alexis Akeo is in the set. She goes to Fairbanks. And that will be point Pitt. So you see both teams making some adjustments here. And what do you think of Alexis Akeo coming in the set for the Panthers, Missy?
They needed a spark. They're battling to get out of that rotation. By bringing Alexis Akeo in, it allows for Rachel Fairbanks to now become an attacker on the right side. Rachel actually really enjoys attacking. I think this could kind of allow her to play herself into a nice rhythm here in this match, free her up. When you set in a 5-1, it is mentally taxing. You're making decisions in every rotation. This gives her a little bit of a mental break for Alexis Akeo to come in across the back row.
Block setting up the beer. What a kill. Louisville retakes the lead.
DeBeer again, just absolutely hammering the seam. You see the block is late. Really nice delivery there by Glock to give her that seam.
6 kills, and she's also taking the most attempts in 14 swings. Monks, no. Oh, good block up front by Monks, but it's going to be point Louisville as the kill goes to call.
These middles are putting in some work because of what they do defensively to then get off the net and be available in transition. A lot of effort out there.
Pitt called a timeout. Louisville leading 18-16 in the first of 2 matches this season between the Cardinals and the Panthers. Last season, it was a trilogy. But Anna DeBeer leading the way for Louisville, and she knows Pitt's Emma Monks very well. Both went to the same high school, Assumption High, in Louisville, Kentucky.
You see there, also pictured with them, Alexa Hendricks, another Louisville native who played here at Louisville along with Anna DeBeer. You see them together back left. These are some talented high schoolers and some happy high schoolers. That's what it looks like when you win a state championship, by the way, which these ladies did. So lots of volleyball talent right here locally in Louisville, and that was one of the reasons why they draw such a great crowd.
You got to wonder if Emma Monks, before the season started, reached out to Anna DeBeer about these matchups, and especially here in Louisville, Kentucky, a hometown reunion for both of these players.
Yeah, I was told that Emma Monks had more than filled up her pass list. Like, she hit her limit in terms of number of people she could put on the pass list. So she had some friends and fans having to pay to get in as well. But I know she has a lot of friendly faces here cheering her on. And I'm sure she was thrilled to have that opportunity to come play again in Louisville.
These fans inside the KFC Yum Center are something else. They're hitting the wave in set 2, enjoying the raucous atmosphere. I mean, this is something, Missy.
I'm thinking ahead to next year, and Louisville is the host of the volleyball championships in 2024, and I'm afraid there might not be any tickets left. These guys may buy them all up. This is a great host city.
Out of the Pitt timeout. Here's a serve from Ellie Glock. Near side, Fairbanks. Still in play, great dig. Monks denied by Kong. Vasquez Gomez, the tip. Good stop up front by Kong. Aiko Jones. Point Cardinals.
Danny, early in that rally, the swing from Fairbanks that came back over the net, I think that ball would have been out of bounds, but the crowd is literally so loud that I don't think the Pitt defender could hear her teammates hollering at her out. She went ahead and played that ball. That could have been a point to Pitt.
Also, Dan Fisher already using his second and final timeout of the set. What's the message here, trying to battle in this hostile environment?
Well, you can see by the look on his face that the message is pretty intense. And it's about raising their level. I think it's about reducing mistakes on their side of the net. They're just giving too many away right now, not playing to their own standard.
What a matchup and a battle that we've had throughout set two. I mean, this crowd continuing to be raucous. And if you enjoyed that, there's more great college football Saturday afternoon at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific on ABC. As number 8 Oregon squares off against Michael Penix Jr. and 7th-ranked Washington. Husky Stadium will be rocking. The College Game Day Cruise starts this morning in Seattle at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Also available on the ESPN app. I don't know, Missy, the Oregon-Washington game is going to have to battle with the crowd here inside the KFC Yum Center. I wonder if Husky Stadium can get as loud as this.
Yeah, I'm voting this the crowd of the weekend, and it's only Friday. I just don't think anyone can outdo this bunch.
I agree. It's already causing Pitt to make a couple of extra rotations. They're out of timeouts here, and Louisville in control. 19-16 in set 2. It just took them some time to settle in after losing the first 5 points of set 1. KO. Stafford in the middle. Point Panthers.
Nice connection between a KO there, who was inserted into this second set, and Tori Stafford coming out of the back row. Lots of back row attack in set 1. Have gone away from it a little here in set 2, and as they've gone away from it, so has the Louisville block. So that opens up the net for Stafford.
Served by Fairbanks. Near side, the beer.
Lots of DeBeer fans in these stands. The local star is certainly stealing the show right now.
Hitting at a high clip, and even 400 throughout the match. Out of system, free ball for the Cardinals. Running in Looper, saved by Stafford. Back the Cardinals' way. Looper again! And that time got it through. And it seems like the Cardinals are targeting Emmy Klitna in the back.
Yeah, well, I talked to Coach Busboom Kelly about Charity Looper, asking her, have there been adjustments she's needed to make within your system as a transfer? And Coach Busboom Kelly said, not many, but we are an aggressive team. And we want her taking big rips at the ball in big moments, not tipping the ball. Well, I think she's gotten the message loud and clear.
Well, there's a response from Emma Monks. Pitt trying to find some momentum. Down by 3, they have no timeouts. It's going to be an uphill battle from here. Notice in the front, Babcock and Stafford on each side. On the far side, that attack out by Aiko Jones. Point Panthers.
That might be just what Pitt needs here to climb within 2. It's been nearly perfect play from Louisville. Will they give a few away?
That's what I was saying. Now that you have both your freshmen up front trying to get them back involved. Vasquez Gomez on back row serving. From set to Looper. Charity Looper. What a game she's having. Her 6th kill tonight.
Looper and Anna DeBeer are managing their swings so incredibly well. I mean, all 6 rotations, it is just a lethal injection of the left side.
Stafford answers back for the Panthers.
More good left side play, this time from the freshman of Pitt, Tori Stafford. You know, could we say that Pittsburgh has 2 Freshman of the Year candidates? I think it's quite possible in the play that we're seeing from Tori Stafford and Olivia Badcock. The California connection all the way across the country, the recruiting base of Coach Fisher far and wide, including Hawaii.
Look at this, Haiti Tautua'a on the serve for the Panthers. The looper can't keep that one in. Point Panthers. So you see here for Pitt, using all 3 of their setters already in the match. We saw Fairbanks get things started. Lexis Akeo came in, and now Haiti Tautua'a on the serve, forcing Louisville to call their first time out of the set. Pitt within 1. How have these changes really just
It's been very interesting to watch the adjustments from the coaches, and both of them have been quick to go to their bench looking for sparks, not afraid to make quick changes. They know that they can't afford to let a string of points just drift away. So very quick changes so far on both sides.
They don't want to have another moment like the start of this game where Pitt went off to a 5-0 start. But for Louisville, led by their senior Anna DeBeer, she's gotten this crowd rocking inside the KFC Yum Center.
Anna DeBeer, we knew coming in to go to big matches like this and see, you know, their heroes up close and personal, and then to see Anna turn around and have that same experience. It doesn't get any better than that.
Absolutely. And Coach Busman Kelly said that Anna DeBeer is just starting to see the value in her all-around game. She's been working at being a great passer and the server, which we've seen throughout the match. And when she does things well, she knows she can win.
It looks like we have issued a challenge post-timeout on the play prior.
That is interesting.
I'm not sure that I've ever seen this, but the motion from the down official was touch. So I feel like during that timeout, some sort of information is relayed to the coaching staff there at Louisville that they feel like there was actually a touch on that final play. We'll take a look at it and see if we can find one. It was Charity Looper taking a swing from the left side. We got the block of Chiamaka Wokolo up alongside Babcock.
Don't see a touch off of Wokolo's hands from that angle. But it's also interesting that you would force a challenge after a timeout, because using a challenge works as a timeout in its own right. Normally it's the other way around.
And is there a touch in the back row off of Valeria Vasquez Gomez? There could be a touch at the net, or it could be off the arm of Vasquez Gomez in the back court. So we'll take a look again, not just at the block, but look at the defender in left back. Do we think there's a touch there?
See, the left hand of Vasquez Gomez right there, that's where the touch could happen. Could have taken place there.
I've already been wrong tonight, so there's a good chance I'm wrong again, but I don't think I see enough evidence to overturn the call on the floor, which was the ball out of bounds, no touch.
Also unique for Coach Busman Kelly to use her first challenge late in set 2.
Now, I will say, by making the challenge here after the teams have returned to the floor, it feels like you're icing, kind of like icing the kicker. I feel like you're icing the server a little bit, because they really have to stand out there for an extended period of time before they're able to now go back. And it happens to be a freshman server, by the way. So how will this affect the serve of Haiti now?
Yeah, and how will this challenge play a factor now that Louisville only has one remaining? So Tautua'a, the freshman from Waianae, Hawaii, on the serve for Pitt. Looper near side. Great save by Stafford. Nobody there. Point Cardinals.
Nice use of off-speed there by Looper. As I talked about her game management, you know, just moments ago she missed long. She comes back with a tip, but it's a smart tip. It's well placed into the center of the defense.
Fairbanks back in the set. Wokolo from the middle.
This is a great example of a connection that has formed over time. The confident delivery of Rachel Fairbanks, but the deception of the set. because Kara Cressy released to the outside. She was expecting the ball to be set outside.
So Pitt rocking the 6-2 late in the set. Alexis Akeo back in the serve. Looper! Set point Cardinals.
Sometimes you have to find your way around the block, and sometimes if you're Charity Looper, you just go up and over the block. Camden Strand, a freshman for Louisville, in on set point.
Eli Hills, Kentucky. From the middle, Wokolo again. And Pitt back within one.
If Pitt continues to pass this well, all balls to Wokolo. Another serving sub. These are defensive serving subs. These coaches know they can't afford to let balls drop in the backcourt. So Mosley now, the Virginia Tech transfer in for the Panthers.
Still set point Cardinals. The Beer blocked. Bump set, they go to the Beer again. And Louisville goes up 2-0. 25-23 in set two. Center crowd has been rocking throughout the night. In set three, set to begin. Can Louisville sweep Pitt like they did last year at home? First attack from Olivia Babcock. Still in play. Bump set by Looper. Free ball for the Panthers. Babcock again out. Louisville takes the first point.
Tell you what, Louisville, one of their keys to success right now is that they have done a fantastic job of disrupting Olivia Babcock. The ACC Freshman of the Week is hitting negative numbers right now. And it's because of the block touches, the slowdowns, and the stuff blocks. We come into this match talking about the block of Pitt, #1 in the nation, averaging over 3 blocks per set. They only have 3 after 2 sets. And it's Louisville who comes into this third set with 5 blocks, out-blocking Pitt here.
Monks gets Pitt on the board. As you mentioned, Missy, 5 blocks for the Cardinals, just 3 for the Panthers. Low reception by Elena Scott. Kong, got it.
And this is a great example of what we just were talking about. The fact that Glock is consistently involving all of her attackers. You know, she's got Aiko behind, but what does she do? She goes on this slide play to PK. I just really like the combination of offense that we're getting.
From the middle, Monks again. Looper.
Wow, the
diving
athleticism
save.
of Looper.
Attack from the Beer, no luck there. Bumstead, Stafford, no. Glock to the Beer from the attack line. Point Cardinals, and it's been the seniors being able to divvy up the attacks for Louisville tonight.
There's that back row attack that's been a key to Louisville's success in the history of this matchup. And here it comes again, no surprise, off the arm of Anna DeBeer.
Service error, point Panthers. It seems like both teams cleaned that up as of late, though.
Yes, I didn't feel like service errors came into play late in set 2. Early on, it was a little shaky from the service line on both sides.
Back on the serve is Monks. Jones, easy cross-court attack.
That's a 6-year player right there. Reading the defense. They're asking their off blocker to release across the court. That is really the one open spot. And Aiko Jones says, I'll take that.
Jones, known as the mother of this Louisville team. Almost like a grandmother being here as long as she's been. Another service error, though, from the Cardinals. How do you clean that up?
You know, I think for Louisville right now, they're in the driver's seat. And they understand that over the course of the season, we're not seeing this result tonight, but the block has been more limited for them this year. And so serving tough is going to be a key ingredient for them. I think they keep going for it from the service line.
A high serve from Babcock. And from the middle, Cressy
Danny Busboom-Kelly coming into this one felt that if Glock had the confidence to make the great decisions, not necessarily the easy decision or the high percentage decision, but the great decision, that they would be successful, and that was a great decision.
From the attack line, running in Babcock. Cressy again, but it's out. Point Panthers.
It's out, but I think it's another great decision. You know, I really like what we're seeing there. I mean, you've got Kara Cressy, who's hitting .443, which is good for 7th best in the entire nation. So if I'm Glock, I keep going to her. I can take that.
Yeah, I like how Louisville's switching up their attacker, going with Cressy more now when she's in. And it seems like it'll be Jones on the attack, but Cressy slam dunk.
2 back row attackers ready to come after it for Louisville. You see Anna DeBeer, I think she's expecting the set. Nika Jones says, let me get in on this back row offensive action.
This third set has been the Kara Cressy show. 7 kills, and look at that hit percentage.
You know, Kara Cressy averaged barely 1 kill per set last year, and this year she's averaging nearly 2.5. That is player development, and that is something that I think you see consistently in both of these programs. The fact that they develop players.
True, but another service there from Louisville there. You have to be able to control your serving after you get that momentum kill. Yeah,
and to your point, you know, I said moments ago, I think they keep going for it, but there is a point where if the player before you missed, when you step back, I think you have to have in your mind, like, we got to give ourselves a chance here. Yeah, you have to be aware of the situation.
Speaking of chances, Haiti Tautua back in the serve. Cressy blocked. Vasquez Gomez was ready. DeBeer, the poke. Oh, great dig by Babcock. Fairbanks, no. Far side, DeBeer. And it's a point for the Cardinals, and the freshman coming in, that's where the mistakes can happen.
It's great effort, great defensive effort all the way around from Pitt. And prior to that, Elena Scott from Louisville just showing off some great ball control. In transition, she's not just making the play, she's making the play look easy. She's, you know, one of the reasons that Glock has been able to be so successful is the play of Elena Scott. And, you know, Danny Busboom-Kelly said something this week that really stood out to me, and I thought this is the highest compliment from a coach. She said of Elena Scott, Scott is the reason why at times we're winning even when we're not playing well.
Yeah.
That is a high compliment.
And Scott was honored before the game after surpassing 1,000 career digs.
She is the 11th player in Louisville history to 1,000. That happened in their loss at NC State when she accumulated a career-high 29 digs. So in a loss, you see the effort that she was putting in to try to keep her team in that one. And that was in only 4 sets.
DeBeer on the attack, point Cardinals. Anna DeBeer, the only Cardinal in double-digit kills tonight. That's her 11th.
And again, the block is there for Pitt, but the ferocity of the swing from Anna DeBeer right now, there is no stopping her.
Glock on the serve. Fairbanks, the Monks blocked up front by Kong.
Great scouting right there. PK in perfect position based on the pass. She releases to Monks. Knew exactly where that ball was going.
It's a 6th block for Louisville tonight. Babcock. Great dig in the back by Looper. The bum set to the beer. Out. Point Panthers.
A rare error on the left side so far tonight for the Louisville Cardinals, but the all-around play that you get from DeBeer and Charity Looper, they really complement one another as outsides. They just have it's just such a nice combination of offense and defense.
Set up to the beer. What an attack. Point Cardinals.
And Glock finding the perfect window for the DeBeer attack to give her the opportunity to go down the line. If that ball is tight or inside at all, takes away that shot.
Fairbanks on the far side. Babcock answers back. Point Pitt. Don't count the Panthers out yet. In a matchup last week against Georgia Tech, they lost the first 2 sets, but would fire their way back through, winning the next 3.
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say it's gut check time for the Panthers. We'll see if they can draw on their most recent experience against Georgia Tech.
This has been a unique season for Pitt. After their loss against Oregon, they won 21 straight sets going into that Georgia Tech matchup. Kong off the tape.
To your point, Danny, I feel like Pitt has really dominated teams who they're better than.
Yeah.
And then when they've gotten into some of the big matchups, like the Georgia Tech and the Louisville, they've had trouble separating themselves in those matches in particular. So I think there's a step that they need to make competitively in match situations, and that's not surprising for the amount of youth that they have on the floor.
It always takes time for freshmen to really get acclimated. We've seen that with Babcock and Stafford tonight. Babcock on the attack. It's long, and that's been the difference maker. Olivia Babcock has been struggling in this matchup, now hitting in the negatives.
And you have to credit Louisville for that because they've done a great job defending her.
Timeout Pitt, 12-8 Louisville in set 3. More to come after on ABC as number 8 Oregon squares off against Michael Penix Jr. and 7th ranked Washington. Husky Stadium will be rocking. The College Game Day crew starts the morning in Seattle at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, also available on the ESPN app. Missy, I don't think I've ever been a part of a volleyball atmosphere like this inside the KFC Young Center.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. This has been really, really fun. These fans are enjoying this, and it's just great to see fans into the game and understanding the game so well. This is a very knowledgeable volleyball crowd.
Stafford with the forceful kill to answer back.
Pitt needs a little bit more of that, a little fire here.
And the freshman Stafford, 9 kills, hitting at 263. So out of the 2 freshmen between Stafford and Babcock, Stafford's been efficient.
Yeah, Stafford leading the way for Pittsburgh offensively and only second to Anna DeBeer in the match. Kara Cressy again down the middle.
It seemed like Louisville going back to the middle blockers. Cressy getting her 7th kill. Make it 8 now, excuse me.
And her hitting efficiency, over 800. I mean, just incredible.
The show is that you need that go-to attack. You can go to your middle blocker, and Cressy 6'6" as well, standing up in the middle. That's tough to defend.
Danny, momentarily, Louisville will not have a setter on the floor, so expect Elena Scott to step in. Or Aiko Jones? Are you kidding me?
Oh, misdirection from Fairbanks. Point Pitt.
And boy, do I wish Louisville would have earned that point because I wanted to see the setting skills of Aiko Jones on display. She goes up an overpass and saves it with one hand. Look at the smile on her face.
She almost had it.
That was great.
It's got players stepping up in all different positions here. Glock back in the set. Looper attacks. Dug out by Klicka. Back to Looper. Point Cardinals.
How about the range of Charity Looper moving the ball around, finding the holes in that Pitt defense?
Well, you know, Charity Looper, her father is the running backs coach at Missouri, and Curtis Looper. So just an extremely athletic background. And when you have a father as a coach, you learn so many different things beyond the game. But a service there, I don't think she learned that from that.
He doesn't want credit for that, huh?
But we've seen this numerous times in set 3. Every time Pitt would serve and the Cardinals would get a kill, when it's their turn to serve, they're having a lot of service errors in the start set. Haiti Tautua back to serve for Pitt. Bump set the beer, the tip. Stopped by Vasquez Gomez. Vasquez Gomez will attack the beer, the dig. Joust. Still in play. Monks to Vasquez Gomez. Third time a charm? No. Bump set from Scott. Attacked by the beer. Running in. Stafford And she's been the driving force for the Panthers in set 3, her 10th kill.
Stafford has raised the level. Just loving the response from this freshman. Look how ready she is in transition to attack out of the back row. She wants the ball right now. And we're going to get a challenge. Back row attack is the indication from the down official. So they're going to check to see if the foot of Tori Stafford was on or over the 3-meter line when she jumped on her approach. She has to be behind that line when she takes off. She can land anywhere, but she's got to be behind that line because she's in the back row right now, one of her 3 back row rotations.
This is a crucial challenge for head coach Danny Busboom-Kelly because this is her using her final challenge card. And if this call stands and Pitt goes on a run here, that means Louisville won't have any challenges going forward in this match until step 5.
I think we're going to have to see a side angle. Oh, no, I don't think it is. From the back angle, I thought it was, but from the side angle, look how she turns that foot in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's good. Look at that. Tori Stafford, well done. Incredible.
You know, normally you see that it could be a freshman mistake there, a rookie mistake, but for Stafford there, no.
Not for this rookie.
Like
not tonight.
So the call stands. So Louisville out of challenges for this set and in set 4 if it goes to a 4th set. Cressy on the attack.
It's another really nice pass here from Elena Scott, going down to the ground. Typically, a ball served into right back like that, it can be very difficult to set your middle. It disrupts the attack pattern of the middle, and that is exactly why Pitt is serving to that area of the court. But the pass from Elena Scott is just so good that it keeps their middle attack in play there. We're going to get Bartlett again in the back row.
The senior from Leavenworth, Kansas, Aiden Bartlett, going to be in the back alongside Charity Looper and also Briggy Petrenko back in. Fairbanks, misdirection.
So our quick sub there for a little added defense on the left pin will be quickly subbed back out. And it doesn't come into play that time because it was a really nice pass by Pitt. And with the nice pass, Rachel Fairbanks just doesn't set it out to the pin. She goes right to the middle. They avoid the big block.
Fairbanks back to serve. Block. The call in the back. Point Cardinals.
Tell you what, Charity Looper and Anna DeBeer are a really nice duo of passing outsides. So solid in serve receive. You pair them with Elena Scott, it's a really nice serve receive lineup.
Coach Busboom-Kelly talked about matching up player to player and prepping for Pitt, and we've seen that. We talked about the freshman outside hitters for Pitt. We talked about the middle blockers battling as well. Vasquez Gomez on the attack far side. Scott sets up the beer. Point Cardinals.
They like it in the Yum Center. What is there not to like about the play of Anna DeBeer?
Fairbanks to Monks in the middle. Kong sends it back over. Nice did. And Babcock. It seems like it's been a while since we called her name attacking, but now back in rhythm, her 8th kill tonight.
Yeah, 8 kills sounds like a pretty good outing by a freshman, but it is well under the average of Olivia Babcock. As we've mentioned, Louisville was doing a nice job containing her.
If anything, she's hitting back at 0-0. She was in the negatives early on. Kong the tip. No, dug out by Klicka. Monks, they've got some type of touch. A free ball for the Panthers. From the middle, and Monks responds. Pitt within 2.
Great choice by Rachel Fairbanks. It's a free ball situation, so the block is ready and waiting, and she takes the one shot that she knows will be a one-on-one opportunity, and Monks converts it.
DeBeer. And that's the go-to player that you want if you're the Cardinals. Anna DeBeer with 14 kills.
Glock has created great rhythm to the left side. That pass is off the net. She gets all the way around it, gets her feet set, just delivers a beautiful ball.
That was the 39th assist for Ellie Glock tonight. Stafford from inside 10 feet. Wow, what a save by Louisville. Far side, Babcock responds. Point Pitt.
Gotta like the response here of Pitt in terms of the way that they are firing. You know, they're not just tipping balls. They're competing right now.
Can Pitt mount the comeback like they did against Georgia Tech last week? Logan Mosley in the serve, the Virginia Tech transfer. Received by DeBeer. Iko Jones. Point Cardinals.
And I'm not exactly sure that is how they designed that play, but, you know, enough big arms in the air that creates confusion for the Pitt defense.
Louisville starting to go on a run. 6 points away from taking the set and the match. Big top 10 matchup inside the KFC Yum Center that could possibly provide a deciding factor in the ACC championship at the end of the year. Jones!
Danny, if Louisville can continue this run, we may only have one undefeated team left in the ACC after tonight, and it'll be FSU.
Who would have thought that Florida State could possibly be in contention for an ACC championship depending on this match? Well, we'll stay on the hardwood. Well, from the Terraflex of the hardwood, the best of 5 WNBA finals head to New York Sunday afternoon as Brianna Stewart and the Liberty face a winner-go-home Game 3. Aja Wilson and the defending champion Aces are just one game away from becoming the first team to repeat since the 01-02 LA Sparks. WNBA Countdown tips off our coverage at 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific on ABC and the ESPN app. The crowd has been amazing inside the KFC Yum Center, the third time that Louisville is playing inside this arena this season. Great crowd on hand, and earlier this season, Louisville broke their record attendance inside the KFC Yum Center in their in-state matchup against Kentucky. Back on September 13th, almost 13,000, but a few days later, they had their second most largest crowd in program history against Stanford, almost 10,000. But there is a new number 2 attendance with tonight's matchup. Our official attendance, 11,461 fans for this top 10 conference matchup tonight, Missy.
Congratulations, Louisville. Well done. I mean, they're showing up, and they're showing up consistently, and they have to like the result of their efforts in the stands because their team is giving them a whole lot to cheer about.
You mentioned, Misty, how Louisville will be the host of the 2024 NCAA National Championship. And you got to think, we got over 11,000 fans in here right now. There's still sections in the upper bowl that have been closed off. Imagine what this atmosphere will be like in a little over a year. Yeah,
when they get to 22,000, if Louisville happens to be on the floor in those national semifinals, whoa, that's going to be something.
There's a chance out of the timeout. Chiamaka Wokolo on the kill for Pitt.
Tends to be a common theme for Pitt. Late in sets, have to have a kill. Chiamaka Wokolo gets that ball.
Alexis Akeo in the serve for the Panthers.
And as we've mentioned, these coaches quick to make adjustments. Also in for Pitt across the front row, another freshman, another phenomenal freshman on this roster, Blair Bayless in left front now.
Overpass, slam dunk, Wokolo.
This is going to be the first ace of the night for Pitt. From Alexis Akeo, they've got 7 errors and now 1 ace to show for it. As opposed to Louisville, who has 2 aces, 10 errors.
Iko Jones gets the kill for Louisville. Jones, her 9th kill.
So interestingly, the numbers are a little different, but both teams are the ratio not great. For Pittsburgh, it's -6. For Louisville, it's -8 in terms of ace to error ratio.
Ooh, almost an ace there for Louisville. Bump set to Looper. Point Cardinals.
The left side for Louisville. They have been so productive, so smart, so efficient. I'm running out of adjectives.
Any adjective for the service error?
Regular, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's their 11th. Served by Stafford. Cressy, near side. Point Cardinals.
Kara Cressy. What a difference a year makes. A player who we saw limited last year, developing over the course of the season. And now we get to see the results of the hard work she has put in. It is paying off.
Oh, good block from Cressy. Still alive. Block to Cressy. She wants to finish it. Great dig from Michael Jones. Another block up front. Pitt's defense resilient in this third set.
That Pitt block starting to come to life a little up there. And there's a look at the third freshman in terms of all those phenomenal freshmen. Look at this dig from Elena Scott. That's actually not credited as a dig. So when you look at her dig numbers for a match, all those block coverages are not included in that number. That is an entirely different stat.
And Emma Monks puts the Panthers to fin 2. And Louisville going to call a timeout. Pitt out of timeout, so a chance for Dan Fisher and company to talk things over, but a chance for Coach Busby and Kelly to close things out. What's the message here?
Yeah, I think exactly what you said. They have the chance to close it out, so let's just settle in right here. Let's just talk about our play that we're going to run here in serve receive. Let's remind our players of their defensive assignments in this particular rotation because Pitt has made a few changes. So I think just going back to the game plan because the game plan has certainly worked.
Both sides making some changes, and the craziest thing about this matchup tonight, Missy, they still have a game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Just the first of two matches. I mean, Louisville hosts Virginia on Sunday afternoon. It won't be inside the KFC Yum Center. It'll be at their main home arena. And the thing, the next time these two teams face off against each other is near the end of the season on November 18th.
Yeah. There will be a stretch for Louisville later this month where they will have Florida State, Miami at home, and then at Georgia Tech, 3 in a row. That will be the determining factor for them this season. How can they handle that three-match stretch?
And for the Panthers, following tonight, they head to South Bend for a afternoon matchup against Notre Dame. Crowd fired up, players fired up, 23-21 Louisville in set 3. Can they close it out after the timeout? Tautua'a on the serve for Pitt. Service error. Match point Cardinals.
Nothing like coming in to serve match point, is it?
Petrenko making her way in.
No setter on the floor, but we get an assist from Michael Jones.
Monks blocked by Kong. Monks again. Great dig by Jones. Kong tried to end it. Vasquez Gomez, long, but it's touched by Louisville. Point Pitt.
Not so fast.
Now here's the question. Does Coach Busboom Kelly, well, wait, hold on. She's out of challenges. She can't challenge here.
Yeah. You're right.
All she can do is watch. It's still match point Cardinals. Back to serve, Rachel Fairbanks. De Beer ends it. Game, set, match, Louisville. They sweep the Panthers.